It was crazy. We were rushed from school with just what we had on. My grandmother took us on a couple of mopeds and rushed down to the U.S. Embassy. There were 5 of us. My oldest sister was 14, I was 8, and I was the youngest. And once we got past the gate, my grandmother and my aunt couldn't go with us. So it was just the 5 of us kids trying to get on the top of the U.S. Embassy to get on a helicopter to go. From the roof of the embassy, we were flown by helicopter to the airport and got on a C-130. And there was a loadmaster on the C-130. I remember being sicker than a dog. And I remember he held me and you know, tried to give me water and things like that. But he was just a kind person and had a flight suit on. And at that moment, I looked over and I thought, I want to do that. I enlisted in the Air Force in 1986. I was an aeromedical technician. Basically, that was just working with the flight surgeon and going wherever the flight surgeon went. And that was a fun job. And I stayed in the Air Force until 1988. Got into a little bit of trouble. And the first sergeant, Master Sergeant Godwin, took me aside and said, "What are you doing here? You know, you're not performing like you should." He said, "What do you really want to do?" And I said, "I just want to go to college and then law school and then come back as a lawyer." And he said, "Well, then we need to get you there. That's what you need to do." So he helped me Palace Chase, and I got out, went to college and law school, and came back in. So I'm the Chief of Civil Law at AETC, and that encompasses everything from ethics to you know, advising on commander-directed investigations and all of those things that come up day to day. I don't know that I knew I was going through adversity, even though I was. And coming to the United States not speaking English was a whole other thing. We went to Alaska. We lived in Anchorage. We were the first Vietnamese family immigrated to Alaska. I think the challenge of learning to speak a language, and I wanted desperately to speak English without an accent. That was a whole different side of adversity I think that people don't even think of. And then, you know, the adversities that I've faced throughout my life, I think my military career really has a play in how I deal with it. You just push on, you move forward.